What up, Dokkaners? Before we start discussing the possible upcoming EZAs that are going to be dropping during part 2, I wanted to do a quick little news roundup on some things that they have been pushing on social media. This is nothing super urgent, but for those of you who might be on Twitter and you are not aware of this stuff, you can get a couple of stones potentially, and you might even be able to win some stuff. So just wanted to point these out. The first thing was a couple of days ago, they did a video maker thing. It's super basic. It's super just sloppy, but basically they're just trying to get you to push their product, right? So you go through the interface and you select animations. It is the most sloppy, like just bland thing. I literally just, whatever options I just saw in front of me, I just clicked it. So all I do is I clicked Gogeta's song, Goma's animation, Daima Goku's animation, Vegeta's animation, 10th anniversary Gogeta Vegito animation. That's it. And then I just randomly put two words together. I put assemble because Avengers, onto New Horizons because I don't know. I clicked on it. I don't know. It's just, yeah, whatever. So I did that, and apparently we might you'll be able to get 3 stones, but you do have to have a Bandai Namco ID though. So when you do log in, you click on this link and you go there. You have to register with your Bandai Namco ID, so make sure you guys have that. That's of course if you want the 3 stones. It's not going to drop in game right now. I don't have it. I'm assuming it's going to drop after this point because you have to actually reach the deadline. So that's the first thing. Next thing is they are doing a giveaway for some acrylic whatever thingies. So the way to do this, unfortunately, if you are a resident of Rhode Island or anywhere not listed here, you will not be able to enter for this. So Canada, UK is good. Canada, except for Quebec, Germany, UK, France, Netherlands. Someone pointed out that this is not how you spell it. I will admit, I saw this and I was like, wait a second, what? Since when is it spelled Netherlands? Am I just not in the know of how you spell that? And I was like, wait, is that Neanderthallands? That's not right. This is weird. Yeah, it's Netherlands, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong. So if you're not in any of those locations, then it's probably not going to happen for you. Sorry. But all you got to do is you got to just take your favorite animation from the Daima celebration and tweet this out. And that's what I did. So I did Vegeta's Final Flash because y'all know Vegeta's my homeboy. I love him so much. He's awesome. So there's that. 50 people will win. Probably not you, so don't even bother. Actually, no, just don't bother. Increase my chances of winning, please, and thank you. And then they dropped, this is not anything for stones, but this is just a little teaser. 11th anniversary finally oh, it's not even a teaser. It's just a new commercial celebrating the 11th anniversary. What is the point of this? I'm very confused as to the nature and the purpose of this.
Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Ah, okay, so the purpose of this is to piss me off. Dokkan Battle. I'm begging you, hire me.
Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Hey, wait, you know,
Can battle now.
Oh, did they edit it and remove? This is the shot. Oh, this is the thing that JP players saw for the Tamagamis. It's not here. They removed it. They removed it. That's where that was from. Oh. Also, I like how it's just all Daima and it's like repeating the same thing in different spots. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was pointless. So now let's talk about this. This is the main thing we're going to be talking about today. So, Proton, our data nerd, my Alfred, my man in the chair, my homeboy, my goat. Proton, in the latest data download, found some irregularities in the data streams. So after the latest update, there are 2 major gaps in each table. The ID ratios between the 2 tables are 8 and 5 in 2020. Again, I'm not going to go over what this all means. Basically, TLDR, this part right here. So based on his research, his quantum analysis, he has come to the conclusion that 2 new LRs are missing, 1 new TUR is missing. Shocker. That is not really too much breaking news because it's pretty obvious with a new Dokkan Festival, a new banner unit, and a new Carnival unit that pretty much accounts for the 2 upcoming LRs and the TUR. But then the next part, the 2020 points to 2 LR EZAs and 2 TUR EZAs. Now, take this with a grain of salt. This may not necessarily be the case. As we have seen many times in the past, most recently, there was a script asset update for physical Android 16 and Android 18 during the Android Cell Saga celebration, where the Android 16 Dokkan Festival released, and that unit never got an EZA. And we have had other instances, even during marquee celebrations, namely the future Androids, actually. I think it was like physical Android 17 and AGL Android 18. Those guys got script assets updated during Worldwide Celebration 2023. And so a lot of us were thinking that part 2 was actually going to be some sort of a Dokkan Festival or Carnival LR. Actually, it was going to be Carnival. Dual Carnival LRs for like the Androids. But that never happened either. So there's always a chance that this could all amount to nothing. But if we were to consider this right here, this is pretty obvious. 2 LR EZAs missing. Since we have the 8th anniversary LRs now in game, the part 2, we still have to get the part 1s. And I'll just say, both have exceeded expectations. The Goku way more. Gohan, I was questionable about. He's not as good as the Goku, but he's still pretty decent. But this guy is like top 5, top 4. Like, this unit is spectacular. These guys are really, really good. So Spirit Bomb Z and Spirit Bomb GT have big shoes to fill. The precedent has been set, and hopefully I think they'll deliver. If they could turn these duds into monsters, I think they can do the same thing for Spirit Bomb Z and Spirit Bomb GT. So that basically just leaves this. Now, I'm sure some people are probably going to take this and be like, oh, only 2 EZAs? That sucks. And I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that there's more, because we need more. And if we're trying to compress, if you're trying to convince me that we are compressing part 1, part 2, part 3, and maybe a possible part EX all into 2 parts, 2 TUR EZAs ain't gonna cut it. So I'm assuming that this is just preliminary and whatever we can see at the moment, but this doesn't account for potentially everything during the celebration. But with these 2 TUR EZAs, what could that possibly be? And that is essentially the premise of this video. The problem is that we have no idea what part 2 is gonna be. Up until and including now, I'm gonna hold on to my guess. My guess was, it was never clear here, but my guess was Battle of Gods for part 2. My part 1 was Daima. My part 2 is Battle of Gods. The theme that I had suggested was a celebration of sagas. We were gonna introduce a Daima saga. We were gonna introduce a Battle of Gods saga. Since this whole prediction, we obviously found out that the Dragon Ball Super remake is coming up in the fall, which is kicking off with Dragon Ball Super Beerus. So as far as a likely candidate for a part 2 release, I feel like Battle of Gods just got eliminated simply because we probably want to have Dragon Ball Super Beerus celebrate at the same time as another major celebration. And actually, I've talked about this before, and I'll just say it again. I think the reason why they are screwing around with the timeline so much for this and making it just a part 1, part 2 is because they are going to be pulling some timeline shenanigans for this year, and maybe even the next few years moving forward, because of this new reality that we are in, where Dragon Ball is back. Dragon Ball Super is basically going to be doing a remake for each subsequent arc, starting from Beerus. It's going to be Dragon Ball Super Frieza, Dragon Ball Super Champa, or whatever the names are, right? They're going to be basically reworking and remastering and just tuning up all of the various arcs, ultimately culminating into the Galactic Patrol arc, which is the Moro arc, moving into the manga stuff. So I think with this new reality that we are in, this could permanently alter the timeline, where 11th anniversary actually ends up being a part 1, part 2, and maybe the GDC stuff either moves ahead, like later on, or moves up, or maybe TDC gets switched with this. I don't know. So there are still a lot of if, ands, or buts going on when it comes to all that. So I don't know how to predict the TUR. I really don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over a couple of possibilities based on some popular theories, and then we'll figure out maybe some potential EZAs from that. So let's just list off potential part 2s. I'm gonna keep my Battle of Gods ones, just my Battle of Gods theory, just because, you know, I'm just gonna keep it here. I'm just gonna go down with the ship. So that's one. I've heard a lot of people suggest, because, you know, New Horizons, it's got to involve Goku Vegeta. Battle of Gods doesn't quite involve Goku, so that also kind of kills my Battle of Gods thing. But Resurrection F very much includes both Goku and Vegeta, both of whom reach new levels of power, right? Especially Vegeta. Vegeta not only reached blue, but he reached blue without having gone God in, you know, in the movie. So Resurrection F is a good one. Then people were talking about, you know, the leaks. I'm just saying that because I'm I don't care about leaks. Okay, so that would be GT and DBS TOP. Look, it's not going to be that because that's just a Toon W, okay? We don't want Toon Ws, right? I thought we as a society accepted that Toon Ls make the world go round. If Toon is happy, nobody's happy, all right? Toon can't be happy. That's the rule. As dictated by Goresh and Truth back from day one. All right, so these are the 4, I would say, probably prominent theories. I'm sure there's more out there. Actually, Namek is out there. Let's throw Namek in there. Namek Saga is also in there. It just doesn't feel like that would work given how they've introduced Daima, but whatever. All right, so we got these. We can start from here. Battle of Gods. 2 TURs from Battle of Gods. First of all, there's no category for it, so that also kind of makes this a pain. But notable Battle of Gods characters would be Physical God Goku, who's just, it's too soon. That's not going to happen. There is no Dokkan Festival Beerus, but he already got an EZA. What category does he lead? It's Exploding Rage, right? I think. Yeah. Dude, that's it. Unless I'm just straight up blanking right here, that's it. I guess they could jump the gun and do this. I mean, they've done weirder things in the past, so I suppose it's possible. But the reason why I just think it's not gonna, dude, Battle of Gods is dead. Like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. People keep asking me, what do I think part 2 is gonna be? I gotta stop with this because it's over. Like, I gotta move on. Battle of Gods is dead. Battle of Gods is canceled. I am canceling it. I will save all my Battle of Gods hype for GDC when I am revealed as the new Beerus. I shouldn't have said that. All right, so let's move on to Resurrection F. By the way, I've seen some people confused why some people abbreviate Resurrection F as FNF. It's not Friday Night Frieza. Okay, it is Fukatsu no F. That is the Japanese way that they say Resurrection F. So we've got some major pieces for this one in particular. So let's start there, and that would be what Mastered Evolution, I think, is the leader skill. Roy, I think. Yeah, this one. So this one is a prime candidate for an EZA, long overdue. One of my favorite characters in terms of animations because of the Vegeta. Also, huge injustice that Vegeta is relegated to a transformation where he's on a forgettable character, which kind of bums me out. Besides that, though, there isn't another one that can come to mind. So as far as 2 TUR EZAs, if it's going to be 2 TUR EZAs, they have to be Dokkan Fest. Like, they have to be big time. It can't be this guy and like Jocko, you know? Not for an anniversary, although I suppose that is possible. So let me just write it for now. Int blue dudes, and is it an AGL Jocko? Who else would it be? Oh, okay. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, we'll just do that for now. We'll come back to it if we think of anything else. Now, going on to GT. For this one, it's got to be Super Saiyan 4 related. So what are some Super Saiyan 4 Giant Ape Power GT? Actually, you know what? Let's just look it up via links. Let's go to links. Let's pull up GT. And let's see what we got. And I think the only prominent TUR Dokkan Fest would be Tech Pan, which works, right? Tech Pan is long overdue. So that would actually be pretty great just in terms of GT heroes, because this would complete the circuit for a top tier GT heroes team that fits all types, because we really don't have a good tech one. So I suppose Pan could be it. And if you consider the potential, you know, leak that everyone is like grasping onto, which is like a combination of GT and DBS, that would make it easier to combine. And I guess, you know, based on the lack of significant TURs besides that, unless maybe I mean, would they do this? Would they do a Super 17? Might be a little too soon, but then again, we've had EZAs drop. Isn't Hachiya Goku like super? Isn't Hachiya Goku like pretty recent? Hachiya Goku is, I think, within 2 years, is he not? Let me see. Battle of Wits, Hachiya Goku. When did he come out? He came out, yeah, 2023. So that's like right on the dot, almost three years, but a little bit less. So I mean, I think that's precedent enough. Maybe they could. This would be random, but I mean, what else are they gonna do? Like, who else fits? We got a banner unit with this guy. I mean, it is surprising that, actually, wait, when did this guy come out? Was he's 2023. Sin Shenron, was he 2022? Oh, he was. Okay, my bad. So this guy's actually the banner unit for the Spirit Bomb Z. And then or Spirit Bomb GT. What was the Spirit Bomb Z banner unit? I am forgetting now. Those, I don't think would be strong enough candidates for this guy's too new. No way. Yeah, there's nothing else. Man, I'm getting scared. Oh, ooh, Rildo. Maybe Rildo? Nah, he's not a Dokkan Fest. Dude, I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared. Is that leak actually real? There's no way. All right, so let me just put Pan for right now. All right, let's put Pan. Pan. All right. We'll just leave that alone. Let's go to Tournament of Power. DBS Tournament of Power. Okay. Actually, I don't even need to put DBS. Resurrection F is also DBS. Okay. Tournament of Power. Let's go to Tournament of Power. So that'd be Universe Survival Saga. So teams, Kagris, Rador. There are a lot of characters here, I think, that would be suitable for EZAs. So let me see. Maybe I lied. I mean, this not okay. So Dokkan Festival worthy. Let's see. What are the Dokkan Festival worthy characters? There is none. Just him. Oh my God. Is that it? Oh, jeez. That's it. Man, what the hell? Is it actually gonna happen? What? Frieza? What if we get Freeze? I mean, he's long overdue. Like, look at that. 5 years. And actually, he dropped New Year's for Global. Okay. So what if he EZAs? Oh my God, I'm terrified. What if it's Frieza and Pan? I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Angel Frieza. Oh Lord. Okay. Namek Saga. I mean, might as well, because now I desperately need to find something else that's more plausible, because I don't like this. Namek Saga. There should be a ton of Dokkan Fest here that we can screw around with. This guy's too new. He was 2024. Oh my God, there's nobody else. If we just strictly go by this, who the hell's this? Hold on. Hello? Who's that? What is this? Day one players? Who is that? Anyway, if we just go strictly by like top of the line Dokkan Festival characters that need EZAs, there's nothing here. And GT and DBS TOP look pretty enticing. I'm more stun-locked by that. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe we should just accept that banner units count. It just, with how mixed of a reaction we've had so far for Daima, and with the EZAs having only been 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, well, I mean, we haven't had any TURs. So the TURs that we get for part 2 has to be as equally hype as part 1, if not more so, right? Because that's how you push the game forward. That's how you keep intrigue going. There's no way that 4 LR EZAs / Super EZAs are going to be followed up by banner units. That's just not going to happen. So whatever this is that Proton has seen here, even though we're taking it with a grain of salt, there's just no way that the lone 2 TUR EZAs are going to be banner units. So we got to just get that out of our head. So I think a better way to approach this would be not to find 2 TURs, Dokkan Festival TURs from one section, but more so just combine stuff. Various elements from different places in the Dragon Ball canon where new horizons are met, right? Resurrection F, Blue Dudes, great option. GT Pan, oh, not really. But it is associated with a moment in Dragon Ball lore where Goku and Vegeta broke barriers and became monkey gods, right? And then TOP, this is literally the only option. There's no other option for a TOP. So process by elimination, Frieza is the GOAT, unless they want to EZA me. Actually, when did I release? I came out 2024. Yeah, it's just too soon. That means Lorax. Yeah, Lorax is too soon. That won't work. Oh, wait, hello. This guy. Oh, that's too soon. Damn it. That's too soon. Although, that's the global release. When was the JP release? JP must have been in like October, right? Hold the phone. Actually, we might have a win. No, it's still too soon. No. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm actually more shocked and scared because I don't want this to be real. Because I don't want the leak to have been right. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater to the person who leaked it. It's just more so like, there was this whole movement where people got mad at 1 or 2 people for leaking, and now it's just like happening again, and everyone's fine with it all of a sudden. So I don't know what else you got. What other? Where are the other New Horizons stuff? Okay, because of that, let's go back to Battle of Gods then. If we go back to Battle of Gods, I guess now because of that, we could maybe take away 1 TUR from it. Dude, I got nothing. Physical God Goku. Skip Majin Vegeta altogether. Int Majin Vegeta from Saiyan Day 2022. Skip it. Go to this, and then as the secondary ECA, it'd be this. There's no way. All right, now I've officially lost it. This is an SR character. They will never EZA this, although they should. I'm going crazy here. All right, Battle of Gods, God Goku. All right. That's enough out of me. I think I'm done yapping. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Let in the comments if you have any better theories than me when it comes to potential TUR EZAs that could fill this spot right here. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Nothing is confirmed, but assuming we need to have 2 more banger TURs, what would those 2 banger TUR EZAs be based on whatever your idea for a part 2 celebration is? Give me your ideas, as long as it's different. Because like if it's just copying the stuff that I was talking about, not that you're copying, but if it's like, treading on the same area that I was talking about, then well, we already discussed it. So if you have any other ideas besides these, let me know your ideas, and it's probably better. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.